thank you for joining me again for Faces Strange. We're picking back up at chapter 13. Dally and the boys went up on the green grass hip. The sun was basking shadowily on the vines and the home above was candles, and they knocked on the door, but no one answered because there was banging on inside. "What's going the fuck on in there?" said Dally seriously. They peed in the window to see Lupin's naked body on top of Tonks. Her pubes were pink, and his cock was extraneous because he was part werewolf. He rammered it inside of the pussy and then licked it up, and it just gets kind of gross and I don't want to read it, so. "Sasuke, what the fuck?" Link said. He moved his hand now a little and accidentally touched Sasu's boner. He punched him in the dick and was like, "That's for being a homo." "Gaze," Dally shouted. "Shut up or they'll hear us." Suddenly Lupin cracked his egg toward the window. "What was that?" she sniffed. "OMG, do you think someone was watching us fuck?" Tonks said and put her nips back on. "Yes, I do, because I can smell the erection." He shot off down towards the corridor and tore it open to see students, the group by him. He looked down for Sasuke's big bone and gird. "Fucking you kids paying attention to me and my bitch having sex." "Shit, well this is not a good way to start off," Dally said. "I'll say. Sasuke, you Dombo, put your pee hole away." Sasuke tucked his penis into his boxers so that it was well hidden and counted to 10 so he became flaccid again. And Lupin forgot about it because werewolves have short-term memory loss. "That's an aid," said Dally, relieved. "Listen, Lupin, put some clothes on and we'll talk to you in a sec." He went inside and put on his Abercrombie t-shirt and some khaki pants and took a fast shower since him and Nymphadora were nukin'. "Okay, what you want?" "We need you to tell Harry that crack is whack and he needs to kill Dumbledore," Dally said in the long run. "Well shit, that's a big grace to ask," said Lupin. "Why don't you ask Snape to kill him? My friend Edward killed him." "And his dick," said Dally. "But we're not friends anymore." Well what in this for me is?" asked Lupin. "Besides killing Dumbledore, we gotta kill Mystique also, and we believe soon as we do that its blood in a bathtub are able to remove and placing in small flasks," Dally manifested and showing some vials. "After drinking that fucking mutt's blood, its powers might reach, and she has the capacity no matter what become they wants." "Shit, that's fucked up," said Lupin. "So Dumbledore is an ass musketeer?" "Yes, and he's ruining Hogwarts," said Dally. She was so full of hate. "We used to think he was a pretty cool dude, but now he's just a god-forgotten, fully used up garbage bin." "That fucker," Lupin pounded his fist against the wall. "I can't believe this. I was like best friends with that guy." "Well, will you help us?" Dally adduced, getting on herpes. "Of course I will. I'll confront Harry about this soon." They left Lupin's hotel and whelked back to Hogwarts. "Well, that was profit," said Dally. "What were that you are saying no friends with Edward?" said Link. "Connection happened?" It's just we became into a fight," Dally said. "He has feelings for me and I turned him down. I think he goes to the dark side," he agreed. "This can't is," said Link. "Edward were an integer part of our team. Without him, we have paralyzed. Seriously." "Just don't worry about it, Gaze," said Dally. She started to become annoyed. They dropped shit. "So what do we do now?" said Hiei. "We wait," said Sasuke. "Meanwhile, I have to go back to my room and study." "Bye, Sasuke," said Dally. "That masturbator," said Link, and they all laughed and walked away. Dally was glad that her and Draco, Sasuke, Hiei, and Link were able to assist Lupin in helping them. But they had enough time now proceed because Lupin made a plan to kill the fucking Dumbledore. They all hung out at their house. Remind that they live in Umhog, the old hut of Hagrid, but fixed. "Let's watch some telly," said Link, reaching out for the remote control. At this point, they turned the TV on and they just mock some DeviantArt user. I have no idea who it is, and I'm not going to read it because whatever. I have the link to the original in the description, so you can read that and the other nasty shit at the beginning if you want. They all laughed at her expense and started coming down. "Oh well, that was good fun, but what the scrotum is Lupin doing? It's taking that wanker forever." They all decided to walk to his house and see what the fuck he was up to. Again, he was fucking Tonks. "OMG, the okay for once and for all loose this," said Sasuke. He barged on the two of them, those Whoopi and seized dick of Lupin and took off it pussy Van Tonk and put it in his boxers. What the hell, man, said Sasuke. You said you would make a plan to KTFD and all you're doing is getting this bitch pregnant. My tubes are tied, apparated tonks. Okay, look, anyway, can you please, Sasuke asked. I already made the plan. I called Harry on the cell phone more earlier today and he said he'd help. He's going to Dumbledore now, Tonks explained. Oh, okay. I guess you guys can keep fucking now. They all left awkwardly. Well, this is deaf good news, said Dally. I think we should go home and check on my baby now. I know he can take care of himself, but I think Prof. McGonagall will call Child Protective Services on my asshole. They went back home and cracked open the door and went in to see Shadow. But he was gone! Dally burst into tears. My baby! He quietly stepped in. Dirty, rotten hemorrhoid sucker, he screamed. Who took my baby? Wait, shouted Link. Look, there's a note. Hey, sorry, gays. I took Shadow. He's the chosen one, and me too. So we have to KTFD together. It is the only way. I swear I will potion her. Love, Harry. Whew, well that's a relief, said Dally, and her tears came dry. A drug addict has your baby. Hopefully he will continue to write to us and let us know his progress. Hopefully, said Hiei. Listen, Dally, come into the bedroom with me. Dally and Hiei made love in celebration that they found Shadow. Meanwhile, Edward was watching the scene from the crystal balls. That fucking worn out whore, he screamed. He was hurt, but could not stop watching Hiei penetrate her. You see, Mystique said, putting her arm around him. She's just an enormous whore. You need to kill all the whores in your life, Edward, Dumbledore said. You did a super job killing Bella. Now kill Dally. No, said Mystique. Secretly, she cared what Dally was alive, but she wasn't going to say that. It would hurt more if you killed the fucking baby. Yes, that is what I will do. I will kill the baby, and then I will kill Hiei, that blood-shitting stomach dog, Edward Gurd. Good, said Dumbledore Denny's. Get riled up, unleash the breast inside of you. Rah! Chapter 15. Harry and Shadow took flying horses to find Dumbledore and Mystique. No one knew Edward was on the dark side, so they weren't looking for him. The horses could only be seen if you saw a person die, so Harry killed a Hufflepuff in Fort of Shadow. There, now we can ride on, said Harry as he put some boots on Shadow. Are you ready to kill him? Shadow nodded. His fangs were gumming out of his mouth devilishly. Suddenly, Shadow began to cry. What the fuck, Harry swore. The drug still made him have a potty mouth. Why the fuck are you crying? Is it because I killed that Hufflepuff? I put his blood in baby bottles for you, so don't cry, because you will be fed and your mom doesn't have to take out her boobs in front of the boys anymore. No, not that, abbreviated Shadow. I'm hungry. Oh, okay. Harry had never been a father before, so he didn't know how to take kids. He swapped the horses down to a local McDonald's, and since they were on horses, they could horses through the drive-thru. I will have a large fry and chocolate shake, and baby here will have a Whopper and a toy. Okay, so the employee handed them bags and they flew off. Meanwhile, Dally was at home. She was still on maternity leave, so she lingerie'd at home while the boys were at classes. She sighed sedatively and was lonely. Just then there was a knock at the door. She answered to see a very hot man with black hair and sideburns and vampire teeth. It had been a while since she saw another vampire because Edward was gone and Shadow was away KTFD. Who are you? She asked. She put on her sexy voice because he was a sexy man and deserved the sexy voice. My name is Bill Compton. I traveled here from Dallas, Texas, he said. OMG, my name is Dallas, said Dally, but my friends call me Dally. Well, that's a very pretty name. He bent over and kissed her hand and she blushed red as a wife beater. Oh my, well you are giving me the vibrators, said Dally shyly. Do you mind if I come in, he asked. Oh, not at all. He stepped in the door and was very close to her. She could feel the coldness radioing off him, but he was kind of warm because she was colder because she hadn't had sex for a while. Well, maybe neither did he, but she didn't know, it just felt colder. So are you the famous Dally Darkblood, he asked, staring me in the eyes. Well, I'm not famous, but I am she, I replied. I? But you are. I have come here all the way from the USA to come for you. In vampire world, your blood is prized possession. What do you mean? Suddenly she began to get nervous and stepped a little back from him. He stepped closer and put a hand on her hip and leaned in. I would never hurt you, but I want you. Just then he kissed her passionately. She kissed back and let her lick a tongue explore his mouth. They awesomely made out for a while before she recoiled. Wait, this is wrong, she said. I have a boyfriend, Bill, and you have a girlfriend. God, you're right, I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me, he sobbed. Will you forgive me, Dally? Only if you don't tell Hiei, she whispered. Just then the door opened. Quick, hide in closets. Bill ran into the pantry in the closet and Dally ran out to the living room. Hiei, you are home early from your classes, she said, faculty trying to wipe a little lipstick off. I felt like something was wrong. Where is Shadow? Hiei asked, eyeballing her suspiciously. He left with Harry, remember? Hiei begins sorting hat through the house. So that's not it, but something is wrong. Where's Hagrid? He's dead, Hiei. Are you high? She asked. Hiei threw open the refrigerator, then the bathroom. Dally began to get nervous. If Hiei was high, he was going to get violent. If he found Billy, she would surely get the smackdown. He ripped open the pantry and Dally prepared herself for the golems, but Bill wasn't there. Okay, I guess everything is fine after all. I don't know why I was freaking out so hard. He said and sat down. Well, let's go to bed, honey. Meanwhile, Harry and Shadow finished their Mickey days and were off to find Dumbledore. They'd switched their location to Chicago and were at a Broadway musical. The show was going on and the actors were singing. It was wicked. But Harry and Shadow interrupted the show. That's it! We're gonna KTFD right now. Harry, at the risk of being expelled, he didn't care he liked drugs, pointed his wand at Dumbledore and shouted, Venereal diseases extractus. Suddenly Dumbledore tore off his pants. It burns, it fucking burns. Holy hell, shit Christ. What's wrong, Headmaster? Mystique asked, as the whole audience divided their attention to them. I have penis beetles, he cried, tearing out the pubic hair. Edward stood up with a crazed expression on his face and Harry saw him. Oh my God, he said. Edward, thank you again for joining me. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you have questions about penis beetles. Bye.